Of course, here is the story of the Trojan horse, translated into English in an engaging narrative style. The Trojan War had dragged on for 10 long years, a relentless nightmare weighing on the hearts of both the Greeks and the Trojans. The massive walls of Troy had withstood every assault, every tactic, and every direct battle. Despair began to creep into the hearts of the Greek warriors as they saw their heroes fall one after another, with no end to the war in sight. One night, under a pitch-black sky in the tent of the High Commander Agamemnon, the remaining Greek leaders gathered. Everyone was exhausted, their minds tossing about thoughts of retreat and surrender. But the hero Odysseus, with his brilliant mind and legendary cunning, stood among them and said, "We will not take this city by the strength of our arms, for it surpasses us, but we will take it with the cunning of our minds." He laid out his strange and audacious plan. They would build a gigantic wooden horse, hollow on the inside, large enough to hide a group of their bravest warriors. They would then offer it as a gift to the Trojans and pretend to sail away, leaving the horse on the beach. The leaders objected at first, but Odysseus's logic and determination convinced them all. The massive horse was built from the wood of their ships, crafted with skill and precision, until it stood like a majestic statue. The best warriors, led by Odysseus himself, climbed into its belly through a hidden opening in its base. Each man carried his sword and shield, and they sat in utter silence, their hearts pounding like drums. In the morning, the Greek ships sailed away from the shore, leaving behind a strange sight, a completely deserted camp, and in its midst, that colossal wooden horse standing tall and silent. From atop the walls, the Trojans watched the scene with amazement and anticipation. After years of siege and fighting, their enemies had suddenly vanished. They rushed outside the walls of their fortified city, cheering and celebrating their glorious victory. They gathered around the enormous horse, marveling at it in astonishment. Some of them, like the priest Laocoon, were skeptical and cautious. He cried out in warning, "Fear the Greeks, even when they bring gifts. Do not trust this horse." But at that very moment, a terrified man with tattered clothes appeared. A Phaeacian man the Greeks had left behind on purpose to play his part. He introduced himself to the Trojans as Sinon, a fugitive from the cruelty of the Greeks. When they asked him about the secret of the horse, he told them a cunning tale of humiliation, that it was a sacred offering to the goddess Athena, built so large so that the Trojans couldn't bring it into their city and win her blessing. If they did, it would protect the Greeks instead.